Off the Beaten Path. Off the Beaten Path. Brand new country. And we're not talking that top 40 crap either. This is where you can hear great singers and songwriters, and they just don't have the backing when it comes to labels. Guest interviews and everything from pop country to bluegrass and folk to hip-hop. This is Off the Beaten Path.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt. Another week, another great episode, and more great brand new country music for you. Jessie G, our very special guest, coming up this episode from the very small fishing town in Washington to Nashville. She's finding her place in the world of music with a little bit of friendship along the way, too. Tell you all about that. We'll also check in with family reunion members Carly Whetstone and Tim Hicks. Coming up as well, we've got Mickey Guyton, Luke Combs, Crossroads Station. You're going to hear from Carter Winter, Deep Creek Road, the Wolf Brothers next. But first, this is off of her debut self-titled album. This is Gillian Jacqueline, out in March, late March. You can pick up that EP. Here she is now. This is Prime. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
People always say should have done it back then when there was nothing to lose and everything to win. Kicking themselves for never taking the chance when the sands of life are dripping from their hands. 'Cause time is gold and life comes and goes. So while I'm in my prime, I'm gonna do what I want. Gonna ride the wave, gonna make mistakes, gonna fall hard in and out of love while I'm hip and high. I'm gonna find what I got. Yeah, because I'm young, gonna give me some new things that make me feel alive while I'm in my prime. Gonna drive too fast, gonna eat that cake, gonna make every Monday like a holiday. Spend what I got on a flight somewhere, pick up and go on a wild hair. 'Cause time is gold and life comes and goes. So while I'm in my prime, I'm gonna do what I want. Gonna ride the wave, gonna make mistakes, gonna fall hard in and out of love while I'm hip and high. I'm gonna find what I got. Yeah, because I'm young, gonna give me some new things that make me feel alive while I'm in my prime. Why not live it up, We are so I'll live it up, While I'm in my prime, I'm gonna do what I want. Gonna ride the wave, gonna make mistakes, gonna fall hard in and out of love while I'm hip and high. I'm gonna find what I got. Yeah, because I'm young, gonna give me some new things that make me feel alive while I'm in my
Off the Beaten Path podcast, meet Ben Merritt. Gillian Jacqueline, off of her self-titled debut album, out late March of this year. That is Prime. Ben Merritt hanging out with you again, trying to introduce you to some new country music. Hopefully you are finding some and enjoying it as well. It's a great time to be a fan of country music because there's so much out there. There's so many great country bands, and you don't even have to look in just Tennessee or Georgia or even the United States. These group of boys, and I don't think they're all brothers. I think they're brothers in band and brothers in music. They're hailing all the way from Tasmania. Yeah, Southern Australia. Probably knows where they live, too. the Wolf Brothers now. This Crazy Life is the title track off their latest album. Here on Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt, all the way from down under.
It's a crazy life and it's full of twists and turns. Sometimes you're on fire and sometimes you just get burned. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Here and now with the sun going down, we're gonna pass this bottle around, lighting up the night like a cigarette glowing, doing anything to keep the good times going. Yeah, it's a beautiful ride. Oh yeah, it's a hell of a high. When you're dancing with forever and you're holding on tight, let's rage one up for this crazy life. There's nothing like the feeling of hearing that favorite song. Oh, that little look she gives you when she whispers that tonight it's on. First car driving way too fast. Times like these, man, they never seem to last. Here and now with the sun going down, we're gonna pass this bottle around, lighting up the night like a cigarette glowing, doing anything to keep the good times going. Yeah, it's a beautiful ride. Oh yeah, it's a hell of a high. When you're dancing with forever and you're holding on tight, let's rage one up for this crazy life. Here and now with the sun going down, we're gonna pass this bottle around, lighting up the night like a cigarette glowing, doing anything to keep the good times going. Yeah, it's a beautiful ride. Oh yeah, it's a hell of a high. When you're dancing with forever and you're holding on tight, let's raise one up for this crazy life. This crazy life.
Off the Beaten Path.
Sounds great on my iPod. It's on my phone, on my iPad.
I always listen on my computer at work.
Log on and listen. Like us on Facebook. Search for OTBP Podcast to join the conversation. Follow Off the Beaten Path on Twitter at OTBP Podcast.
You're drifting away from the shore. Things didn't turn out the way that you planned. Don't think you can take anymore. One thing that you better understand, I'll be your anchor when the going gets tough. Gonna keep it together, all the two of us. I'll be your shelter when you don't have enough, and I'll keep you from drifting, baby. You don't need to worry, I'll be your anchor. I'll be your anchor. You can navigate your way home. I'll be the beacon that shows you your light. Don't ever feel you're alone. Don't know, 'cause if you give in, I'll pick up the fight. I'll be your anchor when the going gets tough. Gonna keep it together, all the two of us. I'll be your shelter, yeah.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, meet Ben Merritt. There you go. A little bit more from Australia, because why not? When it's that good, you gotta love it, right? Deep Creek Band right there with their latest single, Anchor, as of a yet-to-be-released piece of work. But you can find it pretty much anywhere you look for the Deep Creek Band. And why wouldn't you? With music like that, man, it's a good time to be in country music, right? Anyway. Hey, if you know a band that I don't, make sure that you get that information to me on Facebook, OTBP Podcast, on Twitter, at OTBP Podcast. Find us on Instagram as well, OTBP Podcast, or, yes, the Gmail account as well, at otbppodcast@gmail.com. I made it real easy for me to remember, not you guys. You guys are smart. I'm silly. Anyway. This song's only been out for a couple weeks now, and already I'm loving it a lot. This is Carter Winter. It's called Lipstick on My Bottle, and it's right here on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Lipstick on my bottle, baby, high heels on my floor. You said that you weren't drinking, now you showed up at my door. 86 and fixed, I'm buzzing off your kiss. You know I love it when it ends like this. Lipstick on my bottle.
Call again, third night in a row. You're out and up for anything. You know where to go. Come on, get over here. I'll be here. Lipstick on my bottle, baby, high heels on my floor. You said that you weren't drinking, now you showed up at my door. 86 the fifth, I'm buzzing off your kiss. You know I love it when it ends like this. Lipstick on my bottle, baby, high heels on my floor. I love it when you play bartender and dance around the room. Take a sip and pass it back. Girl, you're so damn cute just being you. There's nothing I can do. When there's lipstick on my bottle, baby, high heels on my floor. You said that you weren't drinking, now you're begging me for more. 86 a fit, I'm buzzing off your kiss. You know I love it when it ends like this. Lipstick on my bottle, baby, high heels on my floor. You said that you weren't drinking, now you showed up at my door. 86 a fit, I'm buzzing off your kiss. You know I love it when it ends like this. Lipstick on my bottle, baby, high heels on my floor. Lipstick on my bottle, high heels on my floor.
Brand New Country has a home.
Hey! Time for some music now.
Off the Beaten Path.
When we first met, it was dynamite. I told myself that I would run this time. You gave me your heart, thought I gave you mine, but that leaving feeling started burning inside. I'm a spark slave, I'm a dark page, leave it up to me to detonate a heartbreak. I didn't want anyone to get hurt, but it got out of control. Then there was fire, 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 and the flames went higher, 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 higher. Same old song, same old story, burn out in a blaze of glory. You can't save me, baby, don't get too close, 'cause I'm about to blow it. That's the only way I know how to do love. Tried to take the matches from my hands. You tried to be the one that understands. You tried to fight the gasoline with all you
you just can't. 'Cause I'm a spark slave, I'm a dark page. Leave it up to me to detonate a heartbreak. I should've known someone always gets hurt when I let love get so close. Then there's fire, 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 fire. And the flames burn higher, 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 higher. Same old song, same old story. Burn out in a blaze of glory. You can't save me, baby, don't get too close. 'Cause I'm about to blow it up. That's the only way I know how to do love. Flick the lighter, light the fuse. The only thing I ever do is watch it. Turn to fire, 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 fire. Same old song, same old story. Burn out in a blaze of glory. You can't save me, baby, don't get too close. 'Cause I just blow it up. That's the only way I know how to do love.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, meet Ben Merritt. There you go. That is Carly Whetstone, and she is the first member of our family reunion. You got to love it when you can get to check in with past special guests here on the show. At least I know I do love it. That's off the EP Country Enough. And again, it's great stuff from Miss Carly Whetstone here on Off the Beaten Path podcast. That's called Blow It Up. Blow it up. Anyway, Ben Merritt taking you off the roots of brand new country music here on Off the Beaten Path podcast. And again, thank you guys for listening to OTBP Radio as well. You can catch a link for it on our website, otbppodcast.com, and then just link it to your favorite stuff, and you can listen to any episode that just happens to be playing at any time when you turn it on. Obviously, go to downloads as well on iTunes or through the Spreaker app or anywhere that you can find your favorite podcasting. iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher. Yeah, those are the three big ones. So anyway, checking in with more family members. Here we go. Another Canadian from the Great White North, Mr. Tim Hicks. His brand new one is called Stomping Ground. Can't wait to find out what album this is coming off of. It's really good stuff. Here it is. It's Tim Hicks on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
16 in a six-pack, $20 and a shoulder tap. Got you too far gone to get back. Man, we were cool with that. Cutting class trying to duck our teachers. Bumming smokes out behind the bleachers. Friday driving double feature. Took my girl and we didn't watch either. My stomping ground, where we got lit, where we got loud. Yeah, homegrown, hometown proud. My crowd, whoa, my stomping ground. Only one road in and out. Wheels roll up, boots touchdown. My town. Ain't no cops. Did a lot of donuts in parking lots. Too young to know when to stop, but we never got caught. No. If your parents went away for the weekend, party at your place with time they leaving, keep them separated, blowing off the speakers. Backpack a beer, better throw them in the freezer. My stomping ground, where we got lit, where we got loud. Yeah, homegrown, hometown proud. My crowd. Roll up, boots touchdown, my town, whoa, my stomping ground, my stomping ground, my stomping ground.
the Beaten Path.
Now.
With Ben Merritt. Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt. Again, a weekly excursion for myself and hopefully for you as well into some brand new country music that's out there. And you can't get much more brand new than this. I've got the lovely Miss Jessie G on the phone. Jessie, how are you?
Hey, Ben. I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, Jessie, we're going to have a lot of fun on this conversation, I can tell, because of how we've been talking off the air. But we've already kind of broken the ice just with our conversation off air, but I have a tradition of 2 icebreaker questions. Are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah, totally.
All right, here we go. Icebreaker question number 1, and feel free to be as specific or non-specific as you would like, because more than likely you won't be there when people hear this interview. So here we go. Where are you right now?
I am sitting in my living room at my house in Nashville.
All right. Can't get much more specific. Is it the big chair, or are you on the couch?
I am on the love seat couch.
See, a love seat to me, I'm a big guy. A love seat to me is a person, it's a chair.
Oh, that's awesome.
Especially the way that I sit. I put my leg up and I tuck the other one underneath. And
oh, yeah. Love seat recliner would be good for you.
more often than not, too, my dog ends up next to me. So, yeah, a love seat to me is just a one-person chair plus or minus a dog.
Oh, that's a good point.
Question number 2, Jessie, and this is the one that I really love. I have a lot of fun with the Where Are You right now, but this one's a lot of fun. If we were to hit eject in your vehicle or fire up your iPod real quick, what was the last thing you were listening to?
Oh, Traveling Soldier, the Dixie Chicks.
Oh, nice.
I'm a good warm-up.
There you go. I'm up here in northern Wisconsin, and as you know, the Dixie Chicks are on tour again.
Yep.
They just recently announced that they're coming to Green Bay, and
September.
I'm like, I should probably try and do that.
Oh, we're going to try to do that too.
Yeah, those are 3 girls that you're just kind of like. I missed Garth. Garth came to Minneapolis, which is about 4 hours from me, and I missed that. But I'm hoping that his world tour actually never really ends, and he'll just keep eventually adding shows at smaller and smaller markets because he's just like, hey, yeah, Wausau, Wisconsin, sure. That's only an hour for me. I could make that one. So
that would be awesome.
But so yeah, I totally understand the Dixie Chicks on there. So, but I get so many great answers. Stuff that's not even like country. A lot of people are like, I was listening to 21 Pilots or Imagine Dragons or So
oh, definitely. We just went to a Scorpions concert last night. So
awesome.
We're all over the map.
I was actually listening to a whole bunch of classic rock this morning, too. I was just like, yeah, Journey, Foreigner.
In that mood.
Heck yeah. Today was one of those days. I don't know why. So
that's awesome.
All right. Well, Jessie G. Jessie comes from a small town in Oregon, and that's the northern portion of the country for those of us who are here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
But you've got a very fun background. You commercial fished for a living.
Yeah. Our family's 4 generations of commercial fishermen, and yep, that's what we do. That's like kind of the culture that I grew up in and what I grew up around, and yeah, it's pretty cool. If you guys watch Deadliest Catch, it's kind of like that. Yeah, we built our own boat, and just right now is Dungeness crab season. So do
you guys watch The Deadliest Catch and then kind of go like, that's totally not where you should be fishing right now?
Oh my gosh, it's so funny when they're like, oh my gosh, they just did that for TV. That doesn't happen. Like, it cracks me up.
Like all those cages falling on people, I feel like that's not as common, right? Like,
no, it's a pretty dangerous career for sure, but like, you just got to be smart about it,
Right. Yeah. What is it? Greenhorns? I'd be the biggest greenhorn ever. I don't.
Yeah, you probably would.
I would never survive on a boat like that. So.
You got the lakes out there, but the ocean's a little different.
Yeah, we here in the Midwest. I'm from Michigan. I'm surrounded by water my entire life, but the biggest boat I was ever in was in like a jet ski boat, where you're pulling somebody who's like water skiing. That's about it.
Seriously?
So, yeah, that's the
crazy.
Well, I was on a big like ferry. But
yeah.
Obviously that doesn't count,
Not really, because you don't even feel like you're on the ocean at that point.
Exactly, yeah. That's stupid. My history around water is stupid. Never mind. Jessie G is way more hardcore than I am.
No.
Well, in one respect, you were way more hardcore than I am. I'm sure you're probably getting pretty close to being able to go shot for shot with Miss Gretchen Wilson, aren't you?
Oh, gosh. That's not something I'm proud of, but
Well,
I definitely can put them away, that's for sure.
Yeah, your tolerance is getting bigger, and she's getting a little up there in age. Don't ever tell her I said that, by the way.
She might hear this, but yeah.
Dang it. You're making a good point. Gretchen, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Just kidding. She wouldn't care.
Yeah, one time at a concert, she did hand me a bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey, and I had to tell her I can't do that. So.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
I mean, she likes you.
I hope that's what that means. I was on her bus, so.
Man.
But that's got to be kind of cool. You work with Gretchen Wilson, the redneck woman, the strongest, most powerful, hard-willed kind of woman in country music out there, and she basically picked you to be her apprentice, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean, it was just really a dream come true. I opened up for her in Oregon, and after the show, we went back, and my family and her family, we all hung out, and she ended up pushing bus calls way late. So we ended up staying, just hanging out, drinking Jack, and solving stories. I was picking her brain about, everything under the sun, about music, and they ended up staying till 4 in the morning, and she liked me enough and thought I was talented enough. She told me to move out to Nashville. She'd write with me and produce my stuff, and then she did, and here we are now, and I got this single on radio, and my release party tonight, and my EP coming out soon. It's been a dream come true.
Yeah, it sounds like it, honestly. I mean, I'm a little bit jealous of that, so... but it's got to be a real cool thing to basically, dream come true is almost cliche to say for something like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, sometimes I'm is this reality right now? Co-writing with her and Becca Bramlett. Becca Bramlett, if you know about her, she's written a ton of Martina and Faith and Gretchen hits, and she was in Fleetwood Mac when Stevie decided to take a little break, and so Becca's also a huge diva, and writing songs with those two, and then some other co-writes I've had. It's wow, am I really making my own music with these people? It's crazy, but it's amazing, and I'm so blessed, incredibly blessed. So.
That's awesome. Well, this is not the big single you're pushing to radio. This is not the single that's being released tonight as we're recording. But this is a song that I really enjoyed and I think could be a lot of fun for you as well out on shows. Tell us a little bit about Like My Whiskey real quick.
Yeah, so Like My Whiskey, I was telling you earlier, I had went out the night before that co-write, and the co-write was with my good friend Matt Hunley. He's also from Oregon, and he's kind of an old school country writer, so that's where you can hear that vibe coming from. Super honky-tonk, that song. But we had gone out, and I had way too much to drink that night, so I was going to cancel our co-write the next day. Mm-hmm. And I woke up way too late, so I wasn't able to cancel it. Matt just came knocking on my door, and I woke up still drunk. And so I let him in, and I was like, dude, I just want to warn you, I'm still drunk right now, so whatever happens in this co-write, I'm sorry in advance. But it ended up being, one of my favorite songs, and it ended up being one of the crowd's favorite when we tour with it. It's crazy, the crowd response. People can sing it after they hear the first chorus, so it's super anthemy. It's one of my favorites relating, my nights out, drinking whiskey and, love life, men, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I love this one.
Now, I know that you said your dad was in the room, so we won't make you go into any more detail. So
he doesn't care. He knows me well enough.
Well, it's let's take a listen to it real quick, and we'll come back and chat some more. Okay, Jessie?
Sounds good.
Here we go. This is Like My Whiskey. It's Jessie G on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Well, I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot of him and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my whiskey. Same place, same time, same pickup lines. Just another day in the life of a woman working hard from 9 to 5. Same drink, same bar, they know by now. If
street shots and I get down. Doesn't take long for a bad boy to pick me out. I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot of him and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my whiskey. I know this type and I should leave. Southern and strong, dark and sweet. Lord, he's got me buzzing like some honey Tennessee. I know that after one more round I will be alone when I head out. 'Cause Jack and Jim always seem to get to me. Oh, I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot of him and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my whiskey. I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot of him and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot of him and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my man like I like my man like I like my whiskey. Cheers, everybody.
So there you have it. That is the super fun, awesome to listen to Like My Whiskey from Miss Jessie G here on Off the Beaten Path podcast. Me, Ben Merritt. Jessie, again, I have no idea how anybody in the crowd loves that song when they hear it live. I just don't get it.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Yeah, it's definitely a sing-along, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a foot stomper at the least.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jessie, again, is an up-and-coming artist. She, you basically dove into this. You got off the fishing boat, got into Nashville, and now you're just trying to make it as hard as you can, do as much as you can. And sometimes up-and-coming artists needs a little bit of help. So you ran yourself a successful Kickstarter program, right?
Definitely, yeah. In making this album, Gretchen, she was like, she's done so much for me, writing with me, producing, and all this stuff. It's not like we're gonna, have the $20,000 to make an album on top of that. So the Kickstarter was kind of one of those ideas where it was like, hey, not only is this to help fund the album, but this is also a great way to get people into my career on a personal level. Like they feel like they had something to do with my career, which they did have everything to do. I couldn't have done it without all of them.
Right.
So it's almost like the Kickstarter got people more involved. They cared more. Even people that donated $5. It was so cool to see. They kept updating and kept track and would ask me questions, message me personally. It was just really awesome. It was almost like, back in the day when people would go buy albums and they'd look at all the pictures in the album and they'd hang, the CD, the fold out on their wall with the poster. I feel like Kickstarter is kind of a modern version of how people would care that much, when people would go to the record store and actually buy a record. So on all spectrums of it, we just saw such great feedback. It was just an awesome thing to do. So yeah, we did the Kickstarter. I don't know if you saw, but we ended up raising, I think it was $31,000.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know that you met your goal, but other than that, I didn't see how much you had met by.
Yeah, we had actually passed our goal by 12,000.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was great. I had tiered goals, hey, we can do this if we get this amount, this is it. But originally the goal was I'm pretty sure 15 or 20,000. I have to double check in a little bit, but so yeah, it was awesome.
I do agree with you on the respect that digital, downloads of, iTunes or the Google Play or Amazon or anything like that, it does kind of take away that sense of being part of the music. Back in the day with vinyl, you actually had to flip the album over to listen to the rest of it. With a CD, you had to take it out of the case and put it into the CD. Like, there was actual action to it. I do agree with you that Kickstarter's kind of bringing that back because, yes, you're still probably going to end up with a digital download of the album, but depending on the tier or how much you donate, you still get some sort of physical something. You know, there's the reward system. And I think that that's great. You know, it's like, hey, for $5 you'll get a digital download of the album and an autographed poster or you know, or a sticker or whatever. And I think that that's great that, you know, Kickstarter or those other crowdfunding websites have brought that into it. You know, it's like, yeah, you're still going to get the digital download, but you're also going to get this, and you feel like you're a part of it. So that's kind of awesome.
Oh, yeah. No, it was great. Like, I'm so happy we did it. And, I mean, it's kind of like the new record label, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. So. I just recently talked to the guys from the Damn Quails, and they did a Kickstarter program, and they were like, yeah, it was great. You know, we met our goal, and, you know, everybody was super involved and got super excited, and they were like, it was the most stressful 30 days of our lives. But...
Oh, my gosh. Seriously. I didn't leave my apartment. Oh, I didn't leave. I had cabin fever so badly.
Well, yeah, you're just sitting there hitting update, and you're like, oh, my God, we're still $12,000 short, and we've only got 28 days to go. It's like, yeah, that's most of the time. Don't worry about it. Settle down. You got a lot of time left.
Yep. Game of Thrones was in the background the entire time. Finished that season really quickly.
There you go. All right. Well, Jessie, this is the time. This is the Pimp Yourself portion of the show. This is it. Tell everybody how they can follow along. The Kickstarter program may be over with, but you're still all over social media. Tell people how they can get in touch and follow along with your up-and-coming career.
Definitely. Well, the single's out on iTunes and Amazon, Google Play, all those cool, you know, outlets. So if you guys want to go download the single, find me at Jessie G, Jessie with an I-E and just G. And then if you guys want to follow me on Snapchat, I'm Jessie Gergen, Goergen. Instagram, I'm a huge Instagrammer, Jessie G Official. And Twitter, Jessie G _music. Facebook, you can just either type in Jessie G or you can find me at Jessie Gergen Music. And, I mean, anything else, Reverb Nation, like, seriously, if you Google, YouTube, everything, like, it'll pop up. So, yeah, if you guys follow me, I'll follow you back, and I'd love to make some new friends, see some new faces. Yeah, and if you go to her YouTube page, there's actually a video of Jessie on her family handmade boat with Dungeness. I learned how to say that correctly now. Yeah, if you want to see, like, what we do for a living and all that, yeah, I have tons of videos up on YouTube, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It's different than, you know, being a cowgirl, but it's pretty cool. Well, Jessie, today is the day that we're recording, at least, that officially the single gets released. So good luck on that. Congratulations on that. Thank you. Now it's time for you to tell everybody about this single we've been talking about. It's called Drop a Line, and I think it's perfect for you and your background. Definitely. Yeah, we picked this one because it was really good to introduce me as an artist. It's, you know, it puts in the whole fishing, all the double meanings between fishing and love, which was good for my commercial fishing background. And then also was good to, like, show, because I sing about things that normally you would hear a guy sing about. You know, you hear this strong-willed, like, stubborn type girl singing about watching this guy from afar and being like, come on, all these girls, you know, all these weak little fishies, you know, throw them back in kind of thing. So, yeah, no, we thought it was a great way to introduce me as an artist, make a statement. The song's kind of old school with the bluesy riff and the harmonica in the beginning, and it's rocky, edgy, in your face. So this was perfect for my single, and this is actually my favorite one on the album, so I'm glad we picked it. All right. Well, Jessie, again, I appreciate you taking some time out, especially on this busy, busy day of you with the single release party tonight. Again, thank you very much for chatting with us, and definitely stay in touch, and, hey, drop me a line, I guess. I will, definitely. Thank you, Ben. And, all right. Yeah, drop me a line anytime. Well, now with the super corniness out of the way, it's legit. Now we can actually play it. Here it is. It's Drop a Line from Jessie G here on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
You've been waiting in the shallows, anyway the river flows. I
that I don't, please tell me that you do, because there's so many great musicians out there that I have no idea who they are, but I want to remedy that. I want to know every country music band in the country, and the best way to do that is for you to tell me who you're listening to. OTBP Podcast on Twitter. Also find OTBP Podcast on Facebook and OTBP Podcast at gmail.com to spread the love of some of the bands that you're digging on all across the country right here on Off the Beaten Path with me, Ben Merritt.
Your home for new and upcoming country music.
Everybody ready?
We're ready.
Let's kick the tires and light the fire.
Main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off!
Off the Beaten Path with Ben Merritt.
Come to pick you up, you jumped in and moved next to me. Those pretty tan legs never looked so good, sliding across my seat. They must have known what was on my mind. That little sundress fits just right. Can't help but think about you slipping it off. It's gonna be one hell of a night, sitting on the back road, hiding in the shadows, getting lost in each other's eyes, to the beat of the radio, loving you from head to toe, sitting on the back road. Come on, girl. Sitting on the back road. Girl, the way you smell is driving me wild. Your perfume fills the air. Arms tangled up, squeezing you tight, running my fingers through your hair. Lean into me, baby, just let go. Press your sweet lips to mine. Honey, this is what we've been waiting for. Let's try to make it last all night. Sitting on the back road, hiding in the shadows, getting lost in each other's eyes, to the beat of the radio, loving you from head to toe. Sitting on the back road. Lost in the moment, we didn't notice red and blue lights just outside. With a knock on the window, he said, "Good evening, folks." I said, "It's been one hell of a ride." Sitting on the back road, hiding in the shadows, getting lost in each other's eyes, to the beat of the radio, loving you from head to toe. Sitting on the back road, hiding in the shadows, getting lost in each other's eyes, to the beat of the radio, loving you from head to toe. Sitting on the back road. Sitting on the back road. Yeah, sitting on the back road. Sitting on the back road. You having a good time tonight, honey? Sitting on the back road. Honey, you better put your clothes on. I think I heard somebody coming.
Off the Beaten Path Podcast, me, Ben Merritt, Crossroads Station. Sit on a back road off of their latest album, Our Neck of the Woods. Ben Merritt hanging out with you until you are fully informed and know all about some brand new country music out there. You like that? No? Okay. Well, hopefully you do. You made it this far into the episode. Again, thanks to Jessie G for hanging out with us as well. But now from Southern Ohio, where Crossroads Station's from, to Asheville, North Carolina, this song has over 5 million listens on Spotify already. That's from a young up-and-comer named Luke Combs. Here it is. This One's For You is the name of the album. The song we're hearing right now is called Hurricane. Off the Beaten Path Podcast. Big America.
Hadn't had a good time since you know when. Got talked into going out with hopes you were staying in. And I was feeling like myself for the first time in a long time, till I bumped into some of your friends over there talking to mine. Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. I was doing alright, but just your side had my heart storming. The moon went high and stars quit shining. Rain was dropping, thunder, lightning. You wrecked my whole world when you came and hit me like a hurricane. You hit me like a hurricane. Knew it was gonna be a long night from the moment when we locked eyes over whiskey on ice, started talking about us again. And if I would've just laid my drink down and walked out, well, I wouldn't be in my truck driving us to your house. But you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. I was doing alright, but just your side had my heart storming. The moon went high and stars quit shining. Rain was dropping, thunder, lightning. You wrecked my whole world when you came and hit me like a hurricane. You hit me like a hurricane. Category 5 with your smile blew me away. And girl, it ain't but midnight. You done killed the lights, bend my heart back to your bedside. Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. 'Cause I was doing alright, but just your side had my heart storming. The moon went high and stars quit shining. Rain was dropping, thunder, lightning. You wrecked my whole world when you came and hit me like a hurricane. You hit me like a hurricane. Hit me like a hurricane.
Do you know a band Ben doesn't? Tell us who you are digging on Facebook.com/OTBP Podcast, Twitter @OTBP Podcast, or email OTBPpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. I heard you told your friends I wrote you a breakup song. The funny thing is, it wasn't even about you. Okay, maybe I did, so what if it was? That don't make you a king. The world ain't revolving around you. I'm in my car, riding around. My face is up, no slowing down. Love ain't a game, don't got no time. No, you don't see me crying. No, baby. I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I ain't gonna give you what you're betting on. Cause boy, you don't deserve a single word, don't know if you heard. I forgot all about you. I ain't gonna bore you with a sob story. Go crying to my friends and throw a hate party. It's so overrated, overplayed, and I'm okay. I'm just better without you. I'm going out and making my own rules. One thing on my mind, and baby, it ain't you. I'm turning up, I got it going on. So I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. You called to tell me that you made a mistake, but that was something I knew. So now, baby, baby, bye, bye, bye. Yeah. I'm at the bar, martini twist. Boy, hook it up, just read my lips. Love ain't a game, don't got no time. No, you don't see me cry. I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I ain't gonna give you what you're betting on. Cause boy, you don't deserve a single word, don't know if you heard. I forgot all about you. I ain't gonna bore you with a sob story. Go crying to my friends and throw a hate party. It's so overrated, overplayed, and I'm okay. I'm just better without you. I'm going out and making my own rules. One thing on my mind, and baby, it ain't you. I'm turning up, I got it going on. So I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I've been a hot mess looking in the mirror. I will be swinging from the chandelier. I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I ain't gonna give you what you're betting on, betting on, betting on. I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I ain't gonna give you what you're betting on. Cause boy, you don't deserve a single word, don't know if you heard. I forgot all about you. I ain't gonna bore you with a sob story. Go crying to my friends and throw a hate party. It's so overrated, overplayed, and I'm okay. I'm just better without you. I'm going out and making my own rules. One thing on my mind, baby, it ain't you. I'm turning up, I got it going on. So I ain't gonna hit you with a heartbreak song.
Off the Beaten Path podcast, me, Ben Merritt. What else needs to be said about that amazing young singer right there? That's Mickey Guyton. Her brand new one, Heartbreak Song. And you're going to be hearing that one on major radio stations all across the country in the very, very near future. Again, if you hear them here on the show, I am trying to be able to talk to them before they get too big for me. She's one of those ones where I might be running out of time, but fingers crossed. Thank you to Jessie G for stopping by. Also checking in with our family reunion, Tim Hicks and Carly Whetstone, along with all the great other musicians. There we go. That's the word I meant. Gillian Jacqueline, the Wolf Brothers, Deep Creek Road, Carter Winter, Crossroads Station, Luke Combs, and Mickey Guyton as well. Next week, we get a live episode, the Gin Strings, coming from Duluth, Minneapolis, St. Paul, that area. It's going to be some great live music for you here on the episode. And actually, the reason why I'm kind of doing a live episode next week, as well as the fact that it's the end of the month, and we always do a live episode at the end of the month, is I will be busy going to a great show with two family reunion artists. Yeah, I'm going to go see Aaron Watson and Brandy Clark do a show in the greater Milwaukee area. So that'll be a lot of fun. So there you have it. Hopefully, I'll have some great pictures up on our Instagram, OTBP Podcast, and our Facebook and Twitter as well. Yes, they're all OTBP Podcast. So again, follow those for great pictures from next weekend with Brandy Clark and Aaron Watson live in front of my face, and then live here on the show, the Gin Strings will be hanging out for you as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's episode. Thank you to Jessie G, and thank you for checking us out. Head to our website, otbppodcast.com, and you can check out the OTBP radio right there. So have yourself a good one next week, Gin Strings. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. Bye-bye.